Are your D&D sessions feeling more like a chore than an adventure? Are you struggling to keep your players engaged, excited and coming back each session? Well, you're not alone. Many dungeon masters face the challenge of maintaining player engagement, but fear not. Today we'll dive into the best strategies to captivate your players and make every session unforgettable. Welcome back, Dungeon Masters. Today, we're tackling one of the most common problems DMs face: keeping your players engaged. Players often lose interest, get distracted, or simply don't seem invested in the game. But don't worry, we've gathered the best tips from the D&D community to help you turn things around. First up, it's crucial to understand your players. What motivates them? Do they love combat, role-playing, or solving intricate puzzles? Tailor your game to their interests. Each player is going to enjoy different aspects. That means you, as the DM, will need to be good at creating situations for combat, role-playing, and puzzles. Communication is key. Ask for feedback from your players and be willing to adapt your campaign to keep everyone excited. You can't please everyone at all times, so don't even try. Instead, once you find out what your players want, create situations that most of the players want with more frequency, but be sure to also have encounters that the rest of your players like as well. Also, be aware of what your players actually do. They may say they enjoy combat, but you may find from observation they actually like role-playing more. Next, immerse your players in a compelling storyline. Create memorable NPCs with unique personalities. Use vivid language and descriptions that bring your settings to life. Introduce plot twists that will keep everyone on the edge of their seat. Remember, your campaign is a collaborative story where each player needs to feel their character is essential to the plot. It's easy to plan all sorts of interesting places and people for your players' characters to experience. But always keep in mind that while this is your world, it is the players and their characters' story. This will require you to think on your feet, because players never do what you expect them to. Don't get upset or frustrated when this happens. This is the entire point of the game. One of the best ways to keep players engaged is to maintain a dynamic pace. Alternate between combat, exploration, and social interactions. Don't let any single element drag on too long. If an encounter isn't working, move on and keep the momentum going. When I say encounter, I mean any time the player's characters interact with any NPC. If you look at each situation as an encounter and play it that way, not only will your players have more fun, but so will you. You have the best part in the game. You get to play everyone that your players don't. If you do a good job role-playing, your players will feel more comfortable role-playing. Not everyone is a natural actor like me. I'm actually a 60-year-old man, but you wouldn't know it. You will find that a simple encounter with the barkeep that you expected to take a couple of minutes takes an hour, with everyone in the group taking part, all because you role-played the barkeep as an interesting person. Visual aids can significantly enhance engagement. Use detailed maps, miniatures, and props to create a tangible connection to the game world. Even simple handouts or drawings can make a big difference in how invested your players feel. You can hand-draw maps or notes and hand them to your players. Now that everyone has the ability to text anyone else, I have my players put their phones on vibrate, then text with them any information only they would know. They also text me when they want to do something they don't want the rest of the party to know about, like my rogue stealing the gold another player put on an unattended bar. You can download and use software for mapping the areas your players will go. I use both Dungeon Draft and Wonder Draft. Dungeon Draft is for mapping rooms, buildings and dungeons, while Wonder Draft is for mapping geographic areas. If you want a free online mapping tool for creating towns, cities, countries, continents or worlds, try Asgar's Map Generator. Links to all three are in the description. Encourage player collaboration both in and out of character. Allow them to contribute to the world building, create their own story arcs, and make decisions that impact the campaign. When players feel ownership of the story, their engagement skyrockets. You understand what makes a good character, that's why you are the DM. Work with your players to create unique and interesting characters. Encourage players to give their characters flaws, because flaws make characters interesting and fun to play. A thief who is under a magical compulsion to steal anything, anytime, anywhere. A character with a deformity that can't be hidden. A missing hand. A large scar across the face. Then make sure to take advantage of those flaws in your storyline. Put your players' characters in a bad situation, then let the players figure a way out. Finally, remember that D&D is a game meant to be fun. Don't take things too seriously. Allow for humor, embrace the unexpected, and celebrate the moments that make the game memorable. A relaxed and enjoyable atmosphere keeps everyone coming back for more. In the games I've played, we always either brought food or ordered food while we played. Make sure there is plenty of beverages, preferably non-alcoholic, for your players to drink and encourage fun. One game I played, we had a rogue that always said, "That's what she said." It became his tagline, and before long, a drinking game. Even though we didn't have any alcohol, every time the character said the tagline, everyone at the table would shout, "Drink!" and take a drink of whatever they had. So there you have it, Dungeon Masters. Understanding your players, creating immersive storylines, keeping the pace dynamic, using visual aids, encouraging collaboration, and keeping it fun are all fantastic ways to keep your players engaged. Try these tips in your next session and watch the magic unfold. And remember, the most important thing is to enjoy the journey together. If you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong. If you found this video helpful or interesting, give it a thumbs up, share it with your fellow DMs, and subscribe for more tips and tricks. Until next time, happy adventuring.